Karl Sutton breaks off and breaks well to kick off this evening. Breaks well, but also breaks dry. So it will bring Sean Ashe and Casey Ranford-Norrey to the table first. We are playing English 8 ball to international rules. You're watching the Ultimate Pool Mixed Pairs. One man, one woman as part of each pairing. They will all play each other tonight. We've got 4 pairs here. All will play each other, round robin format. Winner of the group at the end of the night will go through to finals night. This game is very simple, but can get very tricky, as I'm sure plenty of you know from experience. Pick your colour set, pot your balls, pot the 8 ball, win the frame. 4 of those will win you a match. But we've seen in the mixed pairs, we don't often get to that stage. Not just the mixed pairs either, we've seen the pairs in the Champions League and all our tournaments on Monday night. The clock is a big factor. 30-second shot clock until the final 5 minutes, but that match clock is one to watch. We start at 20. If we get to 0, we'll take the result as it stands at that point. Draws, therefore, are in play as well. You get 2 points for a win, 1 for a draw, nothing for a defeat. And there we go. We're officially all caught up, and we're into our Monday night groove again, Si.
We are indeed, and what a chance this is for a reverse clearance to start. And I said there at the beginning about Karl and you know trying to figure out why he doesn't factor as much as he perhaps should, considering his level in all tournaments, and a lot could be put down to the break. It's definitely a talking point with Karl. You know, it can get a little wild. You know, he can lose the cue ball a lot, and he can have spells where he has dry or scratched breaks, probably more than other players at the top of the game. And it obviously shows it here with the dry break to start off with. That's a poor one from Sean. I'm not entirely sure where he was trying to get to with that, in all honesty. Where's he trying to put the cue ball? Was he trying to get underneath it to take the red top left? Probably. He's come up short and left it really awkward. Yeah, must have been trying to get an extra, 6-8 inches. Would have been better, more wider if he gets a little lower down the table as well.
Very tough shot for Casey Ranford-Norrey to take on. The leave isn't brilliant for Amy and Karl, but they'll just be pleased to be at the table full stop. They've got a tricky opening yellow if they decide to go straight away, which I think they will.
But these are the situations where Karl's so clever. You know, he understands the situation and doesn't always go game in these situations, or he often plays the sensible shot, and he's obviously done that here, or Amy's done it, but with consultation with Karl, but may have just pulled the cue ball back too far here, may have left a half chance.
Yeah, because if Sean can see the left side of this red, and he can, and that was not the best of shots from Amy Beauchamp. Me to bounce, and doesn't get one. Second time that Sean Ashe has played killer with Case the ace. Can Casey kick this red in? No, but we might be in for some fun and games here. We might be in for some fun and games. No, it's not going to get in the way of the 8 ball. So yellows are 𝗟𝗡𝗘𝗍𝗍.
And the shot that Champs played in the last visit developed the one on the left-hand side. Okay, it's gone all the way to the top of the table, but it's now a much better opportunity than it was, and obviously a much easier starter. So that was the benefit of playing the safety, albeit Amy didn't get the cue ball as she wanted. But where the red's gone here, it's completely free for these two.
Talks about it a lot in the men's side of the game in particular, when you think of a lot of players who could double from Champs there. A lot of players, I think of the likes of Chris Melling has always been a famous example, Shane Thompson, Jordan Shepherd, a number of others who have sort of committed to playing multiple forms of the game. It's a very difficult thing to do. We talk about it a lot. And there's not many women until this year that could say the same. But this year, Amy, players like Mary Talbot, Marion Jude have all done the same thing. they've started to expand their horizons and play more and more of alternate cue sports and finding success all over the world in different events. And as they go 1-0 in front, and for me, it can only be a positive in the sense of, I think for all of Marion, Mary, and soon to be Amy are essentially professional pool players at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big step, obviously, especially, you know, Amy's been around at the top of the game for a long time, but it's always had to be, you know, work alongside it. Whereas she's made the decision that I think from April she'll be full time as a player. She's already traveling around the world. You know, was in America with us a couple of weeks ago, and she was having to get up at, you know, silly o'clock in the morning to do a day's work before going down and playing pool, and trying to do all that sort of stuff is difficult. Whereas the full commitment to the game, traveling the world, there are some great rewards on offer. It'll be really exciting to see how Amy and the other two and others will follow go and develop as players.
Well, it's a wry smile if ever there was one from Casey Ranford-Norrey, and the reason why is, and you see it beautifully off that lovely slow motion replay, you can't really hit the break much better than that. She has caught that flush, 10 out of 10, no notes, but also no balls in the requisite holes, and it's going to bring Karl to the table. It's a reminder of our format. We don't play doubles all the way through the event. It's Scotch doubles, frame 1, frame 4 and frame 7 if we get there in the decider. The rest of the frames are alternate singles matches. So this right now is Karl Sutton against Casey Ranford-Norrey. Next frame will be Sean Ashe against Amy Beauchamp, and so on and so on.
Reds are good here, apart from 2 balls, 2 to the left-hand side of the 8 ball that just need some attention. And this is where Karl is clever, working out how to do that. Does he need to move the red and yellow together? Can he get underneath the other red to left centre? That's pretty comfortable if he can get there. But he'd have to move the one nearest bottom right to make the other one available. So there's decisions to be made.
I feel like this is a very big shot. He's got a lovely angle here to make something happen. And he's decided not to use it. And he has come pretty stuck.
Is that a commentator's curse, saying that he's very clever in these situations? And 2 shots later, he's absolutely stuck nowhere unless this red does squeeze him. It doesn't look like it does.
Yeah, looks to be in a bit bothered, does Carlos here.
Yeah, he didn't really have the angle to go into the red and yellow together, and couldn't really swing it 2 cushions because of the yellow nearest the pocket. Had to get very close to that one, so was just trying to sort of almost reset and get on one into the middle to come back round and do it again.
Karl is a very cerebral player, though, one of the best in that regard for me on the circuit, and one of the few players who I think, at the top level at least, who will genuinely buy into the idea of match play, in the sense of he won't always necessarily play the table. He will very much sometimes play the opponent.
Yeah, something I'm a big fan of.
Casey Ranford-Norrey has got himself a tricky frame to win here.
What you would say is you'd rather be yellows than reds right now.
You would.
She's a sort of killer safety away from having a great opportunity to win this.
She'd love cue ball in hand if she can get it. That was full-blooded, though. That wasn't with an eye to keeping things safe, but because of the way the reds are, she's not left anything. She sort of viewed that as a free shot, and so it proved. And that is the face of a man who's still in a little bit of bother. He's going to prise open the yellow and red here, is he? No. He's going to leave a ball to try and do it.
He'll be
later.
Disappointed with that, because he wanted that red to stay in the open, but close to the red and yellow, then it becomes a good breaker ball for him. But now what he's done is he tied 2 reds up. Casey still remains as the yellows are in control here.
Yeah, he'll be a touch frustrated. That's a good shot from Casey.
The problem is with potting here is that pot one more and you're level on the numbers. There isn't a brilliant breaker ball. That yellow does have to be moved, and there isn't a great ball for that from where she is. So making that one to right centre, you've almost got to get them here, or you're going to become second favourite in the frame.
There is a lot of merit, I would suggest, in Casey pulling back here. she is going to go. And it's brave to do so. I think she's going to pull back now. Sean's popping up himself to take a look.
But potting 2 balls and then pulling back, you've levelled the numbers up. The advantage is no longer with her. I actually like the aggression there. You're 2 balls in. She's trying to find the 3-cushion line to play the developing shot, and she wasn't far away. Unfortunately, scratches, which puts the control in Karl's hands. But I think once you're 2 balls in, you've got to be aggressive in that situation. The way that Karl's lined this up tells us that red does go to bottom right. So all he has to do is make the pot, and it opens up the other one to bottom right.
Oh, well. Well, well, well.
Did this flick a finger mark or turn off on him? Looks in halfway, doesn't it? Just doesn't fall.
Yeah, that will not be kind viewing for Karl Sutton. And if Casey Ranford-Norrey makes that double, she is in business, and that was a brilliant double from Case the Ace.
That was bold, wasn't it? That's, don't make the double, you're going to lose the frame. Now you've made it, you've just got to get the cue ball right on this shot here. It's difficult to say without getting right behind it, but if it's, how comfortable is it just to play into the red above the yellow? I think if she rolls this on the natural, she'll go too high. So it's now trying to find the line on the cue ball here. Oh, she's going in the centre, or she doesn't go. Pulls below it. Excellent.
Yeah, I really like that. That's
much better than playing into the red. Excellent shot.
Played at a lovely pace as well. Just got enough action on the cue ball to bring it behind, but played it at such a nice pace that it didn't move too far. Really nice shot from Casey Ranford-Norrey. And this is going to be one against the head.
The control she played that shot to the top right corner with was just excellent, because she had to play it at such a slow pace to just allow that line to be there, and played it beautifully.
Well, Karl Sutton will be not a particularly happy bunny to see that red jaw. This is the one. It's worth pointing out, we get fooled by camera angles all the time in this commentary booth. Unless you're right behind it, you can't really tell if it goes directly straight, but that certainly looked to move a little eastward.
It's such a touchy shot that she had to play, though, because it's so easy to overhit it, and you go too far when you're crossing a line like that, you've then got no shot. But to play that with such good control on the back of the double, beautiful work from Casey.
Yeah, she made the most of that Karl miss. Fabulous break from Amy Beauchamp. Where's that 8-ball going? It's going safe. We're seeing another dry break. We are. Well, that's 3 from 3 so far. No one can buy a ball off the break. Amy absolutely ramped through that one. She does get probably the most power in the women's game for me in the break. Has got a lot of natural cue power. Doesn't always have the control that she'd like, but, well, speak of cue power. Oh, he'd have loved to have slid by.
I think he was playing that in such a way, trying to develop those reds on the right-hand side. He was trying to really punch it in and sort of widen an angle just to develop the awkward balls. But if he lands on one, it's not actually that bad. He tries to move it again. Didn't necessarily need to. The reason being, the one that he has moved, if you land on that, it's such an easy... It's like a natural breaker shot on the one that's on the cushion, just to pop it over the middle pocket, getting, you know, top side of it, and it'll just pop open. So maybe trying to move balls that don't need to be. Had that popped, you know, had you played that shot, popped it over the middle, it becomes a great last ball for the 8-ball. So that's a beautiful shot. Okay, now you've got them as you want them. You've got to find your pattern here. Find your pattern to get on the awkward ball, which is the 8-ball. If it's comfortable, I like the one to right centre here. If you're comfortable playing it. If you can go right centre and get on the red in the middle of the table and then work your way back round, the one top right becomes your last ball and you're sort of just stunning down the line towards the 8 ball. But you've got to get through this one to get on the one in the centre of the table. And trying to do so, hits the jaw.
Well, with 4.5 minutes left, the 15-second shot clock now very much in play. 1-1. Our first match is absolutely in the balance. You heard from Karl Sutton earlier. He described that Monday Night Magic, I thought, pretty perfectly. It's about winning moments. It doesn't matter about how well you play, particularly. It's about a sense of timing. You can't really sort of prepare for that or train that. It just has to kind of, it's a feel thing, isn't it? And there's no player who's ever had it more than Karl Sutton on a Monday night.
Amy had the perfect angle to move this yellow near the left centre pocket and chose not to do it, so that would suggest that it's comfortable enough for her to drop it into the left centre. Although maybe has too much angle to hold here. Did, so might play for it in the corner now. Don't think the yellow passes the 8 ball to bottom right corner, so that's your problem. If it does, it's hard to get onto it into that pocket. So some tough work at the back end.
Oh, that was close.
That looked out of time.
Yeah, they're going to review this.
Yeah,
it will be a timeout from our match official out there, which is the lovely 𝗟𝗓𝙉𝗍𝘍 on Monday Night Duty this evening, and he's popped in to the review booth to take another look at this.
Shouldn't take too long to work out. And just foul in natural time to me.
Yeah, and it does make a difference. You might be thinking, well, what does it matter? She missed anyway. But actually, cue ball in hand, which Sean would get were this to be a foul, would make a difference to this layout.
I actually don't. It does make a difference. Of course, he could go short side and then back himself to clear up. But if he doesn't, then it's the naturalist loss of turn shot, and he's got the whole quarter of a table to put the cue ball in the perfect safe position. So from where he is now, you just play the loss of turn top left. Cue ball's going to naturally come across top right, and you're going to take complete control of the frame either way. I think Amy's in trouble here.
And it has been confirmed as a foul by 𝗟𝗓𝙉𝗍𝗍. Karl Sutton and Amy Beauchamp not a fan of that call. It did look a foul in our eyes, at least in real time. Sean is now, does he play the combo here or does he play the loss of turn? What's he got for us? He does play the combo, and he plays it well.
Yeah. Full-blooded, though. Got to get this positional shot right. And it's not bad. That's not bad. You'd probably
good.
Ball in hand, I would suggest, because you're just going to hit right behind your last ball. That's too far, though. Now you've got a problem, because the natural line of the cue ball is going towards the top left-hand side of the table, and the yellow becomes a problem. Had to make sure he got to at least the straight there. Would have been better to use the bottom cushion.
Oh, well, that'll do. Play the double.
Oh, he's landed on it. Oh, no. I mean, it's thin and it's awkward, or it's a double, but, I mean...
What a bit of run that is. He's cutting this by the looks of it, and misses it by quite a long way. Has he had another touch? Does that 8 ball block that yellow? Or does this slide in?
I think it goes. It's tight. Oh, it goes. Oh, it did go. Oh, this is the match, isn't it? This is
1:40 left on the clock. Where do you go from here? There's no safe place on the table. Jaws, well, there is now maybe.
If he's played that cue ball, it's brilliant. If he hasn't, it's hugely fortunate. But if he's played it, and let's give him the credit, it's brilliant.
This is a very, very tough shot. It's a very, very good effort. And is it Amy's turn to have a little bit of luck? I would suggest she'd earned it in this frame. 1:05 left.
Oh, he's on this. He's on it. It's not easy, but he's on it.
Oh, it just slides by, and he drills it down the rail. Sean Ashe makes the 8 ball. And everything that sort of could have gone wrong for Amy Beauchamp and Karl Sutton has kind of gone wrong in this match. It's extraordinary.
It is, and I mean, it's that was carnage at the end of that frame, wasn't it? Both players will feel like they should have won it. Shaun had a couple of bits of fortune. Question is, did he play this shot? Because if he plays this cue ball, it's absolutely brilliant for me.
I think the way that, yeah, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt there. I think he has. It's probably what actually caused him to miss the double by quite a way, because he's missed it by half a foot in the end.
Well, getting the cue ball right was more important than making the double there. Obviously, you make the double, but it was a high tariff double. It was brilliant if he's played it.
He's cut breaking. 8-ball in motion. And it's the first break that's made a ball. So they're one pot really away from securing victory. And well, doesn't this put the cat among the pigeons?
Call your extension and drop winning over the centre or the corner. It doesn't matter which one. And you have won the opening match.
Casey Ranford-Norrey taking all the time in the world. It's amazing how long 30 seconds feels at this stage. In slides the red, and that will do it. It will be victory for Shaun Ashe and Casey Ranford-Norrey. Megan Proctor watching on, last year's beaten finalist. She's all smiles at this performance. She'll be really pleased for Casey Ranford-Norrey. What a great result that is on her TV debut. Shaun Ashe and 𝗚𝗓𝗡 the Ace get the win in their opening matchup, and the defending champions are going to have to do it from behind in this year's competition. All of a sudden, they are right up against it, thanks to the Shark and 𝗚𝗓𝗡 the Ace.